there. It is movie night once again. It's Friday night. It's Friday 5 p.m. actually. So yeah, I've been a little bit tired recently because on Tuesday I came back from work at midnight, went to bed at like 2 a.m. Then I had like 5 hours sleep because I wanted to go to a job fair. There was a job fair happening at my workplace because they're shutting down in July, so they were inviting other companies to come and advertise positions. So I went to that in the morning at like 9 or something, and then I had a job interview at 1 p.m. on Wednesday in the other side of London. So I had to like travel an hour and 10 minutes on the train, and then from the station 20-minute walk to the building. It was so annoying, but I did an interview, went all right I think, and I came back home for like half an hour, then went to work because I had work again until midnight. So I had about 5 hours sleep in since 7 a.m. that morning, and I came home at midnight and I was so knackered. So yeah, since then I've been catching up on sleep because I woke up early to stream on Thursday and Friday morning, today morning and yesterday morning. So now I'm just like, oh my days. But I had more sleep last night, so I feel better now. I feel better, but these last 3 days I felt so exhausted. I'm looking forward to this big holiday I got planned, and it's very close now. It's not. We're talking about days, not weeks. We are almost there. We're almost at my next holiday, my next adventure. I'm excited to share it with you next week. But anyway, today is movie night. There's two movies: Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, and a Garfield movie. This one's animated. I was kind of like in a way disappointed by that because I was hoping it would be a sequel to the live action ones, you know, Garfield 1 and 2, that came out like 10-15 years ago. Those were golden. I wanted a third one to that, so I was kind of disappointed by that. Having said that, the animated ones are good as well. Like, they're good as well. But you got this new one, the Garfield movie, starring Chris Pratt. Not even like, he's become a meme for getting so many roles. And he's got another one. He's playing Garfield now. He's played Mario and Garfield. This man must be stopped. I'm kidding though. I don't mind him. I feel like he does a good job in a lot of his roles. Some roles not so much, but like his Jurassic role, never like been a huge fan of that character. But you know, I like Star-Lord. I thought he did fine as Mario, even though it was a bit cringy, the accent. But yeah, I'll trust him as Garfield, but I don't know. But I'm excited to see it. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it's good. I get 6 free cinema tickets per year from my bank for Odeon, and I'm taking my mum today to go and see that. And I'm also going to see Furiosa at Cineworld. Mad Max, I'm not as big a fan as most Mad Max fans. I'd say I'm a bit of a fan, but not like a big fan. I still enjoyed them. It's just that like I'm not as big on Mad Max as a lot of people are. But I remember watching the original trilogy, and I remember enjoying 1 a lot. When I mean 1, I don't mean like number 1. It might be number 1, I don't know. But I remember I watched the original trilogy when I was a kid, all in one go. I watched all 3 and I enjoyed it, but there was one particular one that I really enjoyed more than the other 2. I just can't remember which one it was. Was it the first one? Was it the second one? Was it the third one? I don't know. But there was one of them that I enjoyed so much more than the other 2. I just can't remember which one, to be honest. I do remember the Tom Hardy one more though. That was a fun movie, I feel. And I love Tom Hardy, my favorite actor. But I feel that was a really good movie and visually looked amazing as well. I remember seeing, that's the first one I saw in cinemas, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's the first one I saw in cinemas. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, this is not a sequel, this is a prequel. So this is a Furiosa prequel. So Mad Max, as far as I know, is not in this, although it could be, you never know. Maybe at the end credit scene, maybe so it's a new franchise. I have no idea. But George Miller's directing, he's returning, so I'm assuming it's in that universe of the Tom Hardy universe. Obviously, Charlize Theron plays the older version. I remember Furiosa for Charlize Theron. I remember her version of Furiosa, and it was really fun. It was really good, I feel. I thought, wow, this is a cool character. So I'm not against a Furiosa spin-off prequel. I'm not against that, but I do hope it's good. I do hope it's good. Chris Hemsworth is playing the villain. I think that's not too bad a choice based on the trailers. And obviously, Furiosa is played by Anya Taylor-Joy, who is incredible. Like, she's one of the best actresses in her generation. So I have full trust in the cast. I have trust in the director. And I think it can be good. And I hope it's good. I really do hope it's good. Because if it's not, I'll be a little bit annoyed. But yeah, I'm excited. And I hope it's one of those spin-offs that are actually worthwhile instead of one that just feels like a crash grab. So I just hope it's good. So yeah, I'm excited, but also a bit doubtful. But the Anya Taylor-Joy and George Miller, that's enough for me to actually go and see it. I don't even need trailers, but I've seen the trailers as well. But yeah, I expect Garfield. Like, Garfield has to be really bad for me to not like it. I feel like I'll probably enjoy it, but again, I always go into movies level-headed, wanting to enjoy it, but also thinking, you know, it could go wrong. But you know, I'm always open-minded. But my hope is that they're both incredible movies. So let's go and see them. But first of all, should I fix this and this? It's so funny. I was waiting in the ATM queue, long queue, because there was two cash points. One wasn't working. The other woman was at it, right? And there was like 10 of us waiting behind her, and she got no money out. Like, she couldn't withdraw any money. It didn't. She withdrew money. It didn't put any money out. So everyone, all of us were just like, yeah, let's walk away. And the next one has like a long queue. Oh, for flip's sake. Yeah. I'm not waiting in that. There's another ATM around here. Flip's sake. I'm pretty sure this barber does not accept card. There's an issue for me because I've been cash free a lot of the time nowadays. I thought to myself, let me go Argos, because Argos have a cash point. I forgot they closed down over here and they got a job centre here now. Bloody brilliant, that is brilliant. Yeah, I don't see a cash point here, guys. Okay, wait a second. So the barber is right there. That's a cash point, I'm fairly certain. This actually works. I can check if there's a long queue in the barbers and then go to the cash point and then go back to the barbers. And if it's too full, I'll get a haircut tomorrow. Thinking. Machine will charge you $175. It is what it is. We are done. I'm a new man now. I've cut my hair twice since November. Can you believe that? Like, that's crazy. I've cut my hair twice since November. Talk of a budget. I should be careful around this area, you know, because apparently my co-worker got robbed in this area. He had his phone out, and some guys on a bike rode past and snatched his phone. I'm just like, geez. So I need to be careful. That's a police station, by the way. Yeah, they did well. Yeah, it looked like they missed a bit of my moustache, but actually it's fine. Did a bit of lining up with my facial hair. Yeah, it's good. And the hair looks fine. There's no gel there, by the way. That's with a hairdryer and a comb. Hairdryer, comb it back. Elite. No gel required. I don't know why I don't do that, to be honest. But yeah, a lot of people say my curly hair is nice. And I'm not disagreeing, but I like it short. And I think this is the good balance of, and I like it a bit longer than this actually, facial hair. But it will grow. In about 2 weeks, I got my ideal length. But yeah, it was just way too long at the start of this vlog, so that's all good. Anyway, the movie starts in 2 minutes. So I don't know if it's worth going now or wait an hour later for Garfield. We might go now. Are you excited for Garfield?
Yeah, I like Garfield.
So we're going to see Garfield today.
You like it?
There's a train. We out here. Odeon, mate. Even though Cineworld is my place to go. Odeon just have better like seating in general, and they have better food. I mention this every time, I know, but you go in Odeon, whatever you book, whatever screen you go into, you get recliner seats, premium seats. To get those at Cineworld, you've got to pay for some premium experience. Even if you go in IMAX in Cineworld, you don't get recliner seats, you get comfortable seats. But yeah, like Cineworld's so old-fashioned compared to Odeon. Odeon's like 20 years ahead. But yeah, here we go. And yeah, even though Cineworld is my place to go, once again, step it up Cineworld, because Odeon is doing better than you in a lot of ways. Right at the back, near the exit. Oh, it's fine. Last minute booking.
I know we're just lowly worker bots who can't even transform, don't you?
Girls growing up so fast. Ow. What do you mean we?
What do you think?
It's very nice.
But you're tired though.
No, I'm not tired.
Well, anything you didn't like?
Only active part I liked.
The what?
Active part.
The active part?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's slow part doesn't. I don't like.
Oh, okay. So you like the beginning?
Yeah.
And the ending?
Yeah.
But not the middle?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What's the rating out of 10?
7, 10?
7 out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I say 7.5 out of 10. switch it up. And we are out here. So, interesting change of plan. Because of the timings of the films, I could either wait an hour to watch the film, wait 2 hours to watch it in IMAX, which is probably my preference, but the IMAX timings are not, like, they're not perfectly timed with the Odeon timing. I picked the third option. The third option is to watch it in 4DX. Now, I enjoy 4DX. I think it's a really fun way to watch a film. But I don't like watching it in 4DX for the first time, if that makes sense. I like to watch movies that I like, and if I like it a lot, I watch it again in 4DX. That's what I like to do, because I like to, you know, capture every detail of the movie as much as I can. You always miss some things when you first watch a movie. You got to watch it a few times to like sometimes you watch it a second time, and you notice things that you don't normally notice. I feel like watching it in 4DX for the first time is a bit like, I feel like that, for me, it doesn't really suit me. But regardless, because of the timings of the films, I'm going to see it in 4DX. I'm going to see Furiosa for the first time in 4DX. This will be fun, but it also means I might miss certain details, but I'm intrigued. So yeah, I'm sure it's going to be fun at least though. As for Garfield, I thought it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. The story was quite good. It was family related. You get to find out about Garfield's father. Garfield's father, Odie, is in it, and an owner of Odie as well, and some interesting villains. So it's like an adventure movie and also a family movie, and a bit of rude humor here and there, and some interesting new characters. So yeah, it's a fun movie. I enjoyed it, so that's why I gave it 7.5 out of 10. Not much else to say really, but I love Garfield, and I still prefer the live action ones overall, but that was a fun addition to the franchise. Chris Pratt did fine. Now we are here at Sony World to watch Furiosa. I'm also excited for that. Bring me that.
He was just out alone.
It's seriously rewarding.
Play it now with Game Pass.
Dive into it's me too. Listen closely to the sound of your own heartbeat. Feel it.
I'm not
in
moving.
4D. End of days. No more people. No more New York. And we're nothing.
Last one out. Alright, so out of the theatre, out of the cinema reaction, I had fun with it. I felt it was a bit long. I think there were some scenes definitely dragged, but my word, the action scenes were brilliant. I also do not regret watching 4DX at the moment, to be honest, because normally when I go to 4DX, like there's machines whirring, right, to make everything go. It's normally quite loud. Sometimes you can't even hear the dialogue, but I had no issue with that today. Maybe they fixed the machines, or it's just that this movie is more suited to 4DX. But regardless, I didn't feel like I lost out on any details just because of the 4DX effects, you know, taking the front line, if that's even the right terminology. But yeah, the 4DX did not affect, you know, my experience of understanding the story or anything, and everything was fine. There was a long period at the start of the film where there wasn't that much 4DX effects, which I thought was a bit annoying, but most of the film, there's a lot of good 4DX, especially in the fight scenes. There's good water effects, good wind effects, and you get shaken around quite a lot. There's a really good chase scene in the desert with a big truck. It's amazing. it's really good. There's some good action scenes, and the 4DX effects are great. But as for the story itself, I think it was fine. I just think it dragged a little bit, in the middle especially, and at the start as well. I feel like they could have cut off half an hour in my opinion. It's still a good movie, but I feel like considering how the story went, it felt a bit slow, and they definitely could have cut off half an hour. That's just what I feel about it. Like, oh, there's a nice thumbnail there possibly. But yeah, as I was saying, Anya Taylor-Joy was great. Chris Hemsworth, I think, played good as the villain. I think played the villain really well. And you see certain characters that are in the Mad Max Fury Road movie as well, especially a particular villain. There's obviously a prequel. So basically, these are things that happen before she meets Tom Hardy's Mad Max in Fury Road. And they actually, what I appreciate is they spend a lot of time on her childhood, like a lot of time. Normally movies like this, they spend less time in her childhood and they like jump forward quite fast. They didn't jump forward fast. They really delved a lot into her childhood, and then they moved her up. You know, then they showed more of her growing up and adulthood. So I think that's great. Whoever the child actor was, she did a great job. Anya Taylor-Joy did a great job in the second half of the film. But they really like prolonged her childhood, or the childhood that was taken away actually. And I think that's good. Like it really like developed the story a lot more. And yeah, this movie was not like, I think it was worth making. I don't think it was a waste of time. I think it was worth making. I just feel like, you know, some parts dragged for sure, but that's just main criticism actually. Visuals look great, the effects were great, chase scenes were brilliant. There's some really good action scenes, and the 4DX enhanced those scenes for sure. And yeah, like it was just like it was a good story. I thought it was good. I think it connects quite well to Mad Max, not necessarily to that story particularly, but obviously in the Mad Max movie Fury Road, Charlize Theron's Furiosa, which is the same character as this, there's a lot about her in that film. Obviously, like you see a tiny bit of backstory about her in the Mad Max Fury Road movie, so it's nice to get a lot more context from that in this film. So I think they did a good job here, and I might even buy this on 4K because I really think it's a really good looking movie, and the actors I think smashed it. And I think this universe, it's basically a future alternate reality Australia. I don't know, I never researched what happens to the rest of the world, but I think the rest of the world has kind of destroyed itself as well. But it's like an Australia that's very barren and destroyed, and it's basically survivors in a desert just trying to survive and, well, fight each other. It's a very cruel world. But yeah, but I kind of like a Furiosa type character in that world. Anya Taylor-Joy was a good choice to play this prequel version of her, and whoever the child actor was, great job as well. I think it was a generally well done movie, and the casting was good. And George Miller, when it comes to Mad Max, he knows what he's doing. So yeah, I'm glad it just wasn't one of those, oh, they just made Furiosa movie because they just felt like it, or because it was a crash grab, or for another reason. They made one to make a story, and the story was actually good. So I commend them for that. That was good. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I think it was a solid film. It's just not up there with like, oh, it's incredible, it's amazing. 8 out of 10. I'll probably give the same rating to Mad Max Fury Road actually, to be honest. I think I like Fury Road a bit more than this one, but this one is pretty good. Like, again, the only criticism I had is that it dragged a bit too long, but it picked up. Like sometimes it would drag, then it would pick up again, and I don't think it was the pacing. I just think they just put too much in it. Like the pacing wasn't bad, they just put too much in it. But yeah, that's it from me. So yeah, haircut done, 2 movies watched. My next vlogs will be about my holiday, so I'll see you then. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye. Currently streaming. Wow. Anyway, wanted to add, Garfield had some really cool Mission Impossible references. There was a train mission, and then there was the Mission Impossible music played in the scene as well. And it's a different studio, but I feel like, is this copyright? Did they get permission? But either way, I think the Garfield Mission Impossible reference is really cool. Anyway, I just wanted to add that for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, that's the vlog. This is the after credit scene, and also after credit scenes. There were after credit scenes for both of these movies. Both of them had mid-credit scenes as well. So Furiosa had scenes from the Mad Max Fury Road movie to tie in the movie with that movie. So like they linked it up basically. And at the end, there's like a mini teaser, like a few seconds, you just see some sort of thing. Is it worth staying for? I don't know. Garfield, you see, so they introduced something called Catflix, basically a meme in the movie. Catflix is just live action cats just doing cat things. So they show clips of just cats in the credits, and at the end they show a quick comic strip teasing a sequel. So yeah, so both movies, if you like watching the credit scenes, stay to the end of both of them. Goodbye.